How's everyone doing this fine Mental Health Monday? See if she can get that notification. All right, y'all. Oh, how you doing, Mama?
Hello, everyone.
How's everything?
Good. Can't complain.
Oh, so good Monday then. All right, I like that.
One more day above ground is always a good day.
I like that. You definitely been more uplifting
I-
these past Mondays. I like that. I like that.
yes, I'm actually doing very well when it comes to um, putting into practice what we've been talking about and discussing in our lives. I have been setting my boundaries and I've been standing 10 toes, even 10 fingers down on those boundaries. I am all about manifesting positivity, manifesting great things financially, being financially stable, spiritually connected, mentally stable, emotionally in tune with myself and leveled out. So it's just been, it's a work in progress, of course, but it's good. It's been keeping me grounded. It's been keeping me in tune with my authentic self, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
very in tune with my authentic self and evaluating, where I still need to do some work
Nice. So like self-analysis, kind of like checking yourself.
every day.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing. I feel like these past Mental Health Mondays, excuse me. I've been utilizing what we talk about more. You know what I mean? Instead of just talking about it, Mental Health Monday, I actually use that topic as like my weekly topic. Like we spoke about it or whatever it is, we broke it down, and I really want to understand what that means for me. Like for example, today we're not talking about anything in particular. We're just checking in on each other. That's good because I feel like it builds a good habit of just nonchalantly checking in on your loved one, making sure they're good, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, um, yeah, like things of that nature. But definitely utilizing the mental health topics more often in my day to day life. Um, Taking my own advice, taking your advice as well. Uh, what else? What else? And besides just the mental health, I've been tying in the physical health and the spiritual as well. Just trying to get my balance. I feel like everything's about a balance, and
Definitely.
yeah, and it's very subjective too. So I'm trying to find my balance. You know what I mean?
Listen, I stepped out last week. I didn't do any, I didn't go outside for any quick walks. Like I would take like 10, 15-minute
Yeah.
breaks, and go out in the sun and just walk. And today I said, you know what, this week I said, no, you slack last week. This week, get back on it. And I stepped outside. The sun was just hitting right. The wind was just blowing. And it just felt so good. I literally, as I was walking, I stood in place and just like put my head up and just let the sun just
And
beam.
just felt it,
And
right? Just felt
just
it.
felt like just all the vitamins just working
Yeah.
itself.
No,
Um,
it's needed. The outdoors. Yeah.
it, it really is needed. Because in Florida, you're always in the car. Um, you don't get to really feel it. So like taking the time out to take those walks. And I also wanted to touch on something that I said to you and I said to someone else earlier. Allowing yourself grace, because we are working on ourselves. We are trying to do the best we can on a daily basis to manage our mental health, our finances, our goals, our relationships, our friendships. Allow yourself some grace. Allow yourself some grace. Give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Um, give yourself grace. Give yourself a pat on the back every now and then and say, hey, you know what? I didn't accomplish the 10 tasks, but I did a good 5 out of the 10. I did a good 8. Yeah, I could do better, but you know what? Allow ourselves that, because we are our own worst enemies and critics, and we beat ourselves down. We don't always need the self gratification. We don't always need the pat on the back by others. We can do it ourselves. we can
Yes.
we can support ourselves and congratulate ourselves. Allow yourself that grace. And I know I am totally I'm bad at it, but I've gotten better because where I am financially, spiritually, and mentally, emotionally, I'm in a much better place because I have learned And I am learning to still control myself and on all those realms of my life, those categories of my life. But I'm also controlling how others treat me and the response that I give them. So if that makes any sense. Um,
I like that.
so, give yourself that grace, give yourself, allow yourself to fail, allow yourself to, but to also allow yourself to get back up again, because you don't have to stay down. You can be down, but don't stay down. So that's just my
I like
positive,
that.
notion and saying for today, because I'm just really been in a really great place, and I'm not always in that great place. Please don't believe it's 100% all the time, but I've been in a really good place, and I want to stay there no matter what life throws at me.
Mm, I like that. I've been I've definitely, maybe it was kind of like the self check, not a self check, but like you check me kind of like, hey, that's just like you're doing better, like you're improving. And I've been utilizing that like self affirmation a little bit more, not in the sense where like I'm just motivating myself to do better, but in the sense where it's like I'm reminding myself I am doing better. Um, that self check, just let myself know, if because I have a tendency of thinking about improving, manifesting, that sometimes I get lost in the journey and I don't look back from where I came from. So I am in a
Yes.
better I'm in a better place. I'm in a better position. I'm in a better position to do better in the future. I'm figuring out my momentum, right? And of course I'm taking that mental health day always. The same way I rest my body, I don't work out 7 days a week. It's the same way I give myself that mental health day where it's like I don't need I don't want any stimulation. Um, and of course I don't want to build a habit of constantly doing and not being. You know what I mean? I'm
Not
not a human doing. I'm a human being.
just not living, but actually like enjoying
Yeah.
life and accepting your accomplishments, and acknowledging how far you came to where you're at, to say, hey, you know what? This time last year, this time last week, this time last month, I wasn't in the same space. I am better. I've done things to change, my routines and that momentum, and not allow myself to remain stagnant in that position. For those, this is huge. This is graduation month, coming up, May and June.
Oh yeah, that's
Graduate,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
First Communion month for those who are Catholic. There's quite a few other accomplishments going on, and this is the perfect time to really bask in the accomplishments of our youth, our people who have been doing so well, new jobs, new positions, decided to go back to school, decided to change, change relationships, do better, whatever it is that you have um, done differently last month up until now. Give yourself grace, allow yourself that pat on the back, because you have come a long way. And if you didn't change something, it's because nothing is broken. So you don't necessarily have to change anything. If it's working, let it continue to work. Whatever you're
Mm,
doing, working for you, and you see the progress, you see the results, keep doing it.
okay. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I don't want, like I said, like I don't want to drown in the fact of improving. There's days off. There's pats on the back. Um, so it's hard sometimes to see the positive when you're on the journey, because you're so tunnel vision at the end of the goal. You know what I mean? That you don't even see the outside. And like kind of this mental health life is kind of like woke me up in a sense where I don't want to get too used to doing that. So, like how you said, live it up a little bit more, enjoy what's around me, be more present. That part is a big thing for me, being more present and not just doing things and then bypassing it. Like I have a tendency of doing this. Like I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like I do extravagant things, or um I do things that I'm gonna remember in the future, and I feel like I just do it and I kind of bypass it, but I don't think about, oh shoot, I did that. Like I did this when I was in this location, or I did a new hobby, whatever it is. I don't feel like I take that time to give myself grace. So moving forward, all right, these next couple of weeks, I gotta definitely give myself some grace. Okay.
Allowing you really, truly, you put the time, the energy, and the effort into it. You
Mhm.
know, so you don't need nobody. You don't need anyone else to pat you on the back. I mean, if they do, if you have a great support system, you have somebody who can acknowledge that, double the kudos. But if you don't, it always starts with self. And I say that. It starts with self. It starts with you getting up in the morning and you manifesting that positivity, whatever that looks like for you that day. And then at the end of the day, give yourself that grace. At the end of the day, give yourself that grace to say, dang, I manifested this, but yeah, this also happened where the day was great. I accomplished this. I knocked down some of my to-do list. Allow yourself that grace. Enjoy your, acknowledge it.
I have a tendency of sometimes not win, but I have a win, right? I'm a step closer to my milestone. And I feel like sometimes I spend too much time focusing on the celebratory, like the celebratory action. Like I focus too much on the celebration. Then, okay, now that they're good, let me move forward. Only because I do feel like I have too much fun sometimes. Like, okay, I have a new client, yeah, nice. Or I went to a new location, nice. Or I did better for my business, whatever it is. I feel like I do good, and I get so focused on the celebration and patting myself on the back sometimes.
Well, with that, again, everything is in moderation. You give yourself that time and say, hey, I'm going to celebrate for a week or two. I'm going to celebrate for a day or two. I'm going to celebrate however, what did I miss? I'm going to giving yourself grace. I'm going to celebrate, you're allowed to celebrate your accomplishments and your wins. What you don't want to do, you don't want to stay too much in that celebratory, period, because you're gonna have to end up catching up. Then you're gonna have to have twice the work to catch up. No, you give yourself. Why do you guilt yourself so much? Sounds like survivor's guilt or successful person's guilt. I totally agree, Mario. I totally agree.
Me?
Yes.
In what sense?
In a sense,
damn.
No, like a successful person's guilt. Like you feel like you're also downplaying the success at the same time. Because you also said like, okay, you sometimes stay in a celebratory phase for too long, or you don't celebrate at all, or you don't celebrate it as you should.
Yeah.
So kind of like, dang, should I not?
There's no middle ground for me. There's no middle. Yeah.
That's the thing. You have to find with us being our biggest critic, you have to find that middle ground, because you can't stay in that celebratory phase for too long, but you also can under celebrate your accomplishments, because those are still what you work so hard to get. You put your heart, sweat, and energy into it. Again, let's not.
But it's I wouldn't say it's about having someone that's not successful around me, Mario. I feel like sometimes
you don't
energy
that's cocky and depending on who you're around. Never
that part, but more or less energy. Sometimes people don't really want you to win, or don't be cocky, only more humble. I've realized whenever I'm cocky, the world has a way of flipping the script on me. But it's more or less about, I feel like when I say something, people actually are not as happy as they say they are, or through the actions they show me. So it's like, know what, I'm gonna save my energy for myself. So more or less the celebration of my success, I feel like I can't almost share with other people.
See,
you know what I mean?
And that right there comes to the point of it's what your environment is, who you're around. Because if you can't celebrate your wins genuinely and have the next person who is around you saying, yes, I'm happy for you, oh my God, and not be like, yeah, okay, well, what's new? If you can't, you have to have those genuine people around you who want to see you win and who really want to celebrate you. Not the people who just, sometime with, it's your environment.
I do have people like that in my life, in my vicinity, and I've been more, I guess, loving them from a distance. I've been getting better at loving them from a distance. And yeah, people don't be as happy for you for real. That's true. But what was I gonna say? That's very true, but it's not always a sense where it's like, oh yeah, I'm happy for you. But I've had literally people show me they're genuinely happy for me, but the minute I fail, it's almost like they're as happy as when I fail. Almost, it's almost like they're faking the happiness. And when I prove that, like, let's say I do 5 steps forward, 2 steps back, they're like, oh, you did bad? See, I told you just that. Like, it's kind of like they're happy I'm doing bad because I'm always saying I'm doing good, if it makes sense.
Then those are the people that, again, evaluating your environment is big, because as much as you're going to celebrate me, but I don't want you to kick me while I'm down either. You know?
But it's almost like a happy, like a sense like they're almost happy that I'm down.
Go with that feeling, because if you can sense it and your energy is telling you that's what they're exuding, then that's what it really truly is. Stop trying to paint people for what they're not when they're really truly showing you that's what it is.
No, Mario's right too. Mario's been telling us for a minute now, like how like you can't share your success or your energy with everyone around you, because you'll attract the piranhas and the succubuses and the people that literally want to drain
your downfall. Like wait, watch, it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. So that's why I say it's your environment. It's your environment. It's the people that you around. You have to evaluate who is going to who are the genuine people who have along the way, no matter if you failed or not, still said, hey, okay, so you failed, get back up again. What's going on? Why I'm still seeing you in this slump that you were 2-3 weeks ago? No. You failed. You lost. Now get up and win twice as hard. Now use that energy of that failure, of that loss, to reinvent, reconstruct what you need to be doing to make it better, to get that other win.
But like also like feeling is a part of the process too. Like feel it. You're sad, you knocked down, you scraped your knee, it's so sad, you put a band-aid over it. Now the band-aid is over it, you get up and you keep walking. Your goal didn't change. The journey just knocked you around a little bit. But of course, that's all. Give yourself.
No, the obstacle just got a little harder. That's all.
It was an obstacle in your journey, and also too, give yourself grace for standing up. Some people don't even stand up after getting knocked down. The minute you stand up, and you say, "No, I'm gonna keep pushing forward." Give yourself grace for that.
And give
yourself grace for even taking that hit.
Exactly. Yeah. And turn around and look who is standing there to say, "How are we gonna get this? How are we gonna move past this?" Who is lending that hand? Who is making that phone call? Hey, I heard you had a great loss. All right, friend. What can I do? What are you gonna do? What's your plan A, B, C, or D? Because we're not gonna stay in this one. This didn't work. Remember, it didn't work. You have to turn around and see who is there to tap you in the shoulder. Like, all right,
it's okay. All love too. It's all love too. Yeah.
All right, let it out. All right, I'm gonna give you a good 10 minutes now. I'm gonna let you let it out. But that's all I'm gonna give you is 10 minutes. And if you need another 10 minutes down the road when you're trying to reconstruct and rebuild, I'm gonna give you that too. I'm gonna allow you that grace because those are the same failures, the same losses that you're gonna look back and say, dang, yeah, I overcame that.
Yeah. And then, and you'll literally laugh and say, dang. And it's almost like when you really like I don't want to appreciate it at the end or close to the end of my journey. I want to appreciate it all throughout. But
as you go.
But it's a tendency of like accomplishing your goals, and then you accomplish your goals, and at the very end of accomplishing it, or you're about to accomplish that goal, you say, damn, I came a long way. But why couldn't you say that the whole time? Why every time you went 5 steps forward, 2 steps back, you still look like I said, I did good?
Like Jennifer says, we are our own worst critics. Mm-hmm. We are our own worst critics. That's just what it is. But we have to retrain our minds, retrain our thoughts and our actions to say, hey, along the way, I am going to celebrate me, even if nobody else does. You call and you share your biggest accomplishments with the people that you know genuinely will be like, dang, okay, I'm proud of you. What's next? Because that's how you know when the person is saying what's next, because they don't want you to stay stagnant. They know you are capable of much more. Not just, I'm proud of you. All right, well, good job. All right, catch you later. No, it's those who are motivating you to say, what's next? Because I know you can do more. I know you can give more. I know you're about more. You have to check your environment. You have to check to see, again, on that journey of life, on those journeys of obstacles and goal achieving, who is there to help and who is not going, who is there to put their feet on your neck the minute you slip, because they want to see you stay down.
I like that, Mo. I appreciate that. That was good. That was a good mental health check-in. I needed that.
Every so often,
giving myself some grace.
We don't really have to have a specific topic, because sometimes it's just okay to go through. Let me just check in on you. Let me just check in on you, because I want you guys to constantly learn and implement this on a daily basis, as well as myself. Check in with yourself, check in with your loved ones, give yourself that grace. As you're able to beat yourself down to pulp, also be able to say, hey, all right, I saved 1,000. All right, I passed that class. All right, graduation is like, oh my God, I'm really a senior. Whatever it is, whatever that goal was for you, short term or long term, it was accomplished. It was accomplished, and it's going to be more to that accomplishment. Just allow.
I will. I'm gonna enjoy the whole journey and not just the goal.
Exactly.
Thank
Amen.
You,
I like that.
Thank you, Mom. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining. That was a conversation between the mother and the son. We were really diving in between, like trying to make sure each other are good. You know what I mean? You're doing very well, Mo, and I'm proud of you. I am.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You've been very consistent. I like that for you. But everyone, please have a great Monday. And check in on your loved one. Make sure each other's good. It's not your burden, but of course, when you do love someone, it's out of kindness. You know what I mean? But yeah, everyone, please DM us if you have any questions, concerns, any mental health topics you want us to talk about. And we'll be sure to share them with you guys.
All right, guys, have a great week. Please make it count. Every day is a blessed day.
Every day.
Make it count.
All right, love ya.
Love you.